Alright, hi everyone. Welcome to another ride operator instructional video. Today we are at Chicago Thrill Yards. We are at Voyageur. And I'm going to show you how to operate one of the faster paced rides at the park. So, let's get started. Voyageur is a steampunk themed floorless coaster. It is the tallest, fastest and longest non-dive floorless coaster in the world. It's also the loopiest with 8 inversions. So, it's got 3 train operations. Each train seats 32 people with the big seats in rows 2 and 7. The bottom of the loop right after it is the interval. So you're going to have to be quick when you're getting trains out. So, first let me take you around, show you around where everything is. Because you're going to need to assist guests also. So we have our lovely sign over here. To the right is the entrance to Voyageur. However, if you are handicapped, you're going to need to go around this way by the exit. That's where the elevator is. There's also an elevator right here to take you up to the restaurant. So this building houses the Gearbox Grill. That's on the top floor, with the Locker Plaza on the bottom floor. You can either go around this way on the Chicago River, or you can cut through the lockers. Not recommended, especially on busy days, because everyone's going to be busy putting their stuff in a locker. So there's the elevator right here to go to the restaurant. I'm going to show you the other one in a second that takes you up to the station of the coaster. So coming through here, we've got this right here, which takes you to the opposite end of the park, past the Cobra Roll. This to go back around to where the entrance of the ride is. This over here to take you to the restroom. That's what that is back there. That's a restroom. See where everything goes? Awesome. And then, of course, we got this over here. This is our exit. And of course, on the right, we have our photo booth right over here. And then we've got our elevator right over here to take people up. You can put 2 people, or no, not 2. You can put 2 people in that one. In this elevator here, you can have up to 5. Everyone else has to take the exit stairs. So that's it for the midway. We're going to take you around. I'm going to show you the queue and the easy queue. I'm also going to break down basically how long the line would be at different points in the queue. As you can see, you can actually get pretty up close and personal with the coaster. Probably wondering about the people up at the restaurant. Well, there's a mesh netting, a steel mesh netting in front of the railing, so nothing can get through that. Either people or loose articles. Seeing as to how someone just threw a fish at Magnum. We don't want anyone on the coaster getting pelted with someone's dinner. So going back over here, I'll take you through the queue. First, I'm going to show you the easy queue side. And then I'm going to show you the main queue. Main queue looks pretty big, but with how many trains we get out per hour, that line moves quick. Like, you're not going to see a queue longer than 30-45 minutes on a typical summer day. On capacity days, it never gets longer than an hour and a half. So let's go into here. By the way, this is one of the rides where merge is actually one of the most sought-after positions in the park, and you're going to see why. I mean, for this ride, and you're going to see why in a minute. So basically, if it's a full easy queue, it's 45. If it's to back here, it's 30. And then if it's right there, it's 15. That includes the amount of queue going up the stairs. Because it's actually a really long stair. So, down the stairs here is actually 10 minutes. Each of these switchbacks are 5 minutes each. There's 5 of them, so this 25 minutes is 35 minutes. And then another 10 if none of the rest of the queue is open. So that would be 45 minutes total, if that was the case. And then, once it gets too busy for that, we open the entire rest of the queue. So basically, we open this with no switchbacks open, with the entire rest of the queue all the way around. Is an additional 30 minutes. So that's 75 minutes. So let's go through here. That's the storage track area up there. Each of these is 10 minutes, so 95 minutes if these are full too. We've got 4 more switchbacks right here. Each of them being 10 minutes as well. Brings the queue total up to 135 minutes. This little nubbin is full as well. You got another 5 minutes, and then we've got another 3 switchbacks, 10 minutes each, for a total of 170 minutes. Then each of these right here are another 10 minutes to bring the total up to 210 minutes for a full queue. So 3.5 hours, although it doesn't usually get to that point. Hasn't for a while. Thing is, it's right in the middle of the park. You've got Eggman Land off that way, and then you've got Orchard Field off in the other direction, so people are going to go there. People don't really pay too much attention to Voyageur, to be honest. I don't know why they do. I don't know why they don't. It's such a great ride. But it's a good ride if you want a line that moves quickly, just like 777. But if it's too early in the morning, so that 777 is like really long. But it becomes a walk-on by the end of the day usually, so it's fine. Alrighty. Before I go over each of the positions, there are some general things you need to know. The height requirement for the ride is 54 inches. That is non-negotiable, with a maximum height of 80 inches. That's hard enforced also. To ride, you need 2 limbs, and they need to be an arm and a leg on opposite sides of each other. So right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Boots are not allowed on the ride. They have to be put in a locker. Hard casts, no. No hard casts on the ride. That's B&M. That's not us. What are the riding requirements? Oh yeah, loose articles. If it can't fit in your pockets, it can't go in the queue. Purses and fanny packs are allowed, as long as they are smaller than an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You've got plenty of those in your entrance box to measure. Parent swaps, in case you forget how that works. Basically, it's the purple form. You put your initial on it next to the ride, and then you put their last name on it. The kid plus 2 people go up to wait at the exit. The rest of them take the parent swap with them through the line. They ride, and then they give the parent swap to exit host, and then exit host is going to give that parent swap back to the 2 people waiting, and then the 2 people waiting are going to ride, while the people who just rode are going to watch the kid. Sure, kids aren't just left alone, so we don't have to babysit them. Alternate access. 2 types, normal and planar day. Normal is for most physical disabilities, and planar day is for intellectual disabilities. Normal, they're going to come up here to the entrance. They're going to get a time. That time will be the current time plus whatever the wait time is. But you are going to add an extra 10 minutes if they want the front row. An extra 10 for the front row. So let's say it's 2 o'clock, right? The wait time's an hour. If they want normal row, tell them to come back. Go up the exit at 3 o'clock. If they want the front row, tell them they need to go up at 3:10. If they have an easy queue, it's going to be whatever the current time is plus the easy queue time. You're still going to be adding on 10 minutes for if they want the front row. Plan your day. That's the one with the regular interval. On the least busy days, it could be as low as 5 minutes. And on the absolute busiest days, it could be as high as 150 minutes. The first ride of the day is on us. It can be any ride except for Midwest Racers at the moment, and when Fodlan Fling opens soon, that's going to be another exception for them. So, basically, what that means is whatever the interval is, they go straight to the exit. They do not go to entrance. They go straight to the exit. If it's the first ride of the day, they just get on. Otherwise, it has to be past the prescribed time that is written. And the way that is determined is when they do ride, you write in the name of the ride. If it's the first ride of the day, you write the time that they rode next to it. If it's not, there should already be a time there. So basically, you're going to write that name in, and then you're going to write a time right below it, which is the time they rode plus the interval. That will tell them when they're riding next. And then they can go to another ride once that amount of time has passed. For the regular, once again, once they get up there, you're going to see it's going to have an FR written next to it if it's the front row. They're going to cross it off, and then they'll have to go to another ride and get another time. So that's how that works. Item tickets. Last housekeeping thing before I start going over positions. If they get stopped at merge, grouper, merge or grouper with an item they're not supposed to have, they get sent back out to put in the locker, and they go back up the easy queue. Basically, they have to redeem the item ticket in order for them to go back through. The item ticket will have however many people written on it, so they'll have to wait in the easy queue line. Should have looked at the rules, man. Alright, enough about everything. And that, let's get started with entrance. There's 2 of you. This one will usually be in charge of easy queue. This one will be in charge of the regular queue. Basically, you take this height stick, you sit here, you don't play with it, you use it to get a quick glance at people who you think may not reach the height requirement. If anyone appears close, you put them on here. This is the height stand. So what you're going to do, you're going to have them stand in here, you're going to have them stand back to the stand like this, and you're going to take the triangle part. You're going to swing it from here to here, or here to here. It must firmly touch their head. Brushing their hair does not count. If they are really, really, really close, and you don't want to just outright deny them, you should suggest them going to the guest services up front in the new Donk City section of the park. They will give them an official measurement and a wristband. You can also give out wristbands if they are close enough. You should have them in your entrance box. They are green in color. So yeah, basically your first line of defense for everything. Rider policy, loose articles, height checks, everything like that. You'll be in charge of closing the line if the ride goes down, all that good stuff. So that's basically it for entrance. Watch out for stuffed shoes, by the way. Let's go through to merge, which is the most sought after position of the ride, as you saw earlier with how decorated the queue was. Alright, so here's your little merge station. You got the same stuff. You're the second line of defense. Basically, same job with a couple of added duties. You're going to be controlling how many regular and how many easy queue go through at a time. It needs to be close to 50-50 with a slight edge towards the regular queue. That means, probably means sending 14... For each train, you're sending 14 easy queue and 18 regular queue, something along the lines of that. Just try and make it fair. Close to 50-50, but if you need to give an edge, give the edge to regular queue. You should stop letting people up the stairs when they get to at least halfway down this staircase right here. And then start letting them up the stairs again when when the line shortens to this many. Let's go up the stairs to the next position, which is going to be Grouper, and Grouper is the one that starts the bump rotation, which I'll go over a bit later.
It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully.
So it's actually a standing position because you're not actually meant to be here very long. By the time the bump rotation finishes, you'll probably have about 20-25 minutes at most here. You do rotation every other every half hour.
With your hands and legs inside the car at all times and your head.
So last line of defense, stand there with the height stick, height check people if need be. We do not assign rows here, so basically you're another greeter. So yeah, that's basically it. Don't forget about item tickets here, and you start the bump rotation. So let's go back here to enable.
Unfasten your safety belt. The train stops and the floor reaches your feet. Please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago.
So this is your panel at enable. You got your presence button that you need to be holding down the whole time. Trains are moving. If you let go, everything will stop moving, and everyone's gonna have to reset, and we're gonna have to do order of clears again, and it's gonna suck. Everyone's gonna hate it. And according to the console, controls knows who it is. So
During your ride, please remain seated. With
don't
your
be
hands
that
and legs
person.
Inside the car at all times, and your head against the headrest.
So you're gonna be checking
Prepare for takeoff.
the back two rows. You're gonna be checking rows 7 and 8. You're gonna go this way, and then this way. You're gonna come back. You're gonna look at your train. You're gonna come over here. You're gonna do your eye signal, and then you're gonna hold your button. You're gonna be looking for a clear from load 1,
Welcome back.
and then you're also going to be looking for a low clear from this side of the platform. Once you do, you're going to push your button, you're going to put out your low clear to the right, and then they're going to switch your low clear to a high clear. So you want to try it? Oh, don't forget to close the gates, of course. Alright, restraints are open, gates are open.
Time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you.
Alright, go ahead and close your gates. Let's go through here. Alright, you're going to go ahead and you're going to check these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to check these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to go back. You're going to look. You're going to come over here. Eye cycle. And then look for your clear. All clear? Let's try 2 more reps and then we're going to move on.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. The train stops and the floor reaches your feet. Please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
Thumbs come up. By the way, if anyone ever says check light curtains, that's these things.
Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you.
Alright, go ahead and close your gates.
Except for shoes,
Let's go over
must
here.
ride with you. Shoes can be placed in the silver
1,
shoe bins.
2, 3,
Once seated,
4.
pull your harness down as
And back
far as
over
it will
here.
go, and fasten your safety belt. During your ride,
Go ahead
please
and
remain
enter.
seated
1,
with your hands and legs inside the car at all times
2,
and your
3,
head against
4.
the headrest.
Go back
Secure
over here.
hats and glasses and prepare for takeoff.
this way, look this way. But you're clear. Push the button. You're good to go. Now, the light curtains are a pair of emitters that emit an infrared laser between the two of them. If anything is detected that disrupts it, basically everything will stop. So when console says check light curtains, that's what they're referring to. Check to make sure there's nothing between these at all. Got one more rep. Gates are opening right now.
It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats.
Gates are closing. All right, go ahead.
All items except for shoes must ride with you.
Don't forget when you're checking row 7 to check both seat belts. All right, go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And fasten your safety belt. During your ride,
1,
please remain
2,
seated,
3,
hands and legs
4.
inside the car at all times, and your head against the headrest. Secure hats and glasses, and
Look
prepare
here
for
and
takeoff.
look here. Look for your clear. All right, go ahead and put your clear out. There you go. All right, once the train parks again, we're going to rotate up there. Make sure you're watching the top of the combs too, because there's no light curtain or sensors or anything to detect whether anything's on top of the comb. And those things move while something's on it, that something or someone is going to get eaten. So you got to be careful.
Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. It's time to take flight on.
So this is what's known as a pressure pad. Basically, it's your enable. It's your safe zone. It's your enable as well. So you need to be standing on it for the train to move. Here's the difference, though, in that and the president's button. This times out after 5 seconds, so only step on it when you're ready to put out your clear and you're ready to dispatch the train. That way, it doesn't time out. If it times out, everyone's got to step off and let go of their buttons and step back on again. It sucks. So, try not to be that person that makes the pressure pad timeout. You're going to be checking rows 4 and 3. Same fashion as you would check 8 and 7.
Please unfasten your safety belt. The train stops and the floor reaches your feet. Please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. It's time to take flight on Voyageur.
It's opening.
Please step quickly
Alright, step out
carefully
here.
into the seats directly in front of you.
Alright, gates are closing. Go ahead.
Shoes must ride with
One's
you.
in.
Shoes can be placed in the silver shoe bin.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Harness down as far as it
Go
will
over to this row.
Fasten your
1,
safety belt.
2,
During your
3,
ride, please
4.
remain seated with your
Go over
hands
here.
and legs inside the car at all times and your head against
Do your
the
eye
headrest.
cycle.
Secure hats and glasses and prepare for takeoff.
Go ahead and step on and put your clear out. And then that's basically it. You just need a couple more reps and we'll move on to the next one.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
Alright, gates are open. Go ahead and step out here. Make sure everyone's good, goody.
And carefully into the seats directly in front of you.
Alright, gates are closed. Let's go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Once seated, pull your harness down as far as it will
1,
go, and
2,
fasten your safety
3,
belt.
4.
During your ride, please
Go
remain
over
seated
here.
with your hands and legs
Here to your
inside
eye
the car at all
cycle.
times and your head against the headrest. Secure hats and glasses and prepare for takeoff.
One step on, put out your low clear. You're the first clear on this side, so you're fine. Alright, we'll do one more.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. The train stops and the floor reaches your feet. Please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
Gates are opening.
It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly
Going
and
in.
carefully into the seats directly in front of you. All items except for shoes must ride with
Alright,
you.
gates are closed.
Shoes can be placed
Trains
in
are
silver
locked.
shoe
And
bins.
1, 2,
Once seated,
3,
pull your
4,
harness down as far as it will go, and fasten
and
your
then
safety
1,
belt.
2.
During your
3,
ride, please remain
4.
seated with your hands and legs inside the car at
Let's
all
go back
times
here.
and your head against the headrest.
iCycle.
Secure hats and glasses and
Go ahead and
prepare
step
for
on, put your
takeoff.
clear out. Alright, after this we're going to cross the train.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill
All crossing.
Yards.
Don't forget, all crossing has to be through the front of the station.
It's time to take flight.
Cross.
on Voyageur. Please
Cross.
step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you.
Alright, so this is unload 1, is your pressure pad right here. You are the first clear on this side. Basically, you're going to be checking rows 2 and then 1. 2, just like row 7. Don't forget to check both seat belts, because those are the big. Row 2 is the big row.
Secure hats and glasses and prepare for takeoff.
So basically, you're going to check 2 and 1. You're going to come over here. You're going to do your iCycle. And then you're going to step on your pad, put out your low clear. Make sure high clear back there can see it.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. The train
Alright,
stops
wanna
and
try
the floor
cycle?
reaches your feet. Please
Wanna try
pull
some
down
cycles?
and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your
I
day
knew you
at
would.
Chicago Thrill Yards. It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly.
Only
and
shoes
carefully
go in
into
the
seats
shoe bins,
directly in
people.
front of
Only
you.
your shoes.
All items except
Everything
for
else rides
shoes
with you.
must ride with
Make
you.
sure they don't put anything other than shoes in
can be
there.
placed in the silver
Alright,
shoe
gates
bins.
closed. Train's locked.
Once
Alright,
seated,
go ahead.
pull your harness
1,
down as far as
2.
it will go, and fasten your safety belt. During your ride, please remain seated
3,
with your
4.
hands and legs inside the car at all times and your head
1,
against the
2,
headrest.
3, 4.
Secure hats and glasses and prepare for takeoff.
Let's step on your pad. Put your clear out. Let's do a couple more cycles.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you. All items except for shoes must ride with you.
Gates closed. Restraints
Shoes
locked.
can be placed in the
Alright,
silver
1,
shoe bins.
2, 3,
Once seated,
4,
pull your harness down as far as it will go and fasten your
1,
safety belt.
2,
During
3,
your ride,
4.
please remain seated with your hands and legs inside the car at all times and your head against the headrest. Secure hats and glasses and prepare for takeoff.
Wow, that was a really fast dispatch. Faster than normal, even. Alright, we'll do one more cycle and then we'll go over exit host.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
Gates are opening.
It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you.
Gates closed.
All items except for
Restraints
shoes
locked.
must ride with you. Shoes
1,
can be placed in
2,
the silver shoe
3,
bins.
4,
Once seated, pull your harness
1,
down as far
2,
as it will go
3,
and fasten
4.
your safety belt. During your ride, please remain seated with your hands and legs inside the car at all times and your head against the headrest.
Step on your
hats
pad.
and glasses and prepare for
Clear out.
takeoff.
There you go. Whoa, we are definitely rolling these.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats
Exit
directly in front of
host.
you.
So,
All items except for shoes must ride with you.
you are mainly in charge of taking care of alternate access and flipping these lovely shoe
Once
bins.
seated, pull your harness
These shoes
down as
only
far as
shoe
it will go
bins
and
for
fasten
shoes
your
and shoes
safety
only.
belt. During your ride,
So
please
basically, we're
remain
going to be
seated
signing
with
alternate
your
access. I
hands and
explained how to
legs
do that
inside
down
the
there.
car at all times
You're going to
and
be
your
height
head
checking
against
anyone
the
who needs to be
headrest.
height checked
Secure
from
hats and
alternate
glasses
access.
and prepare for takeoff.
Alternate access, and anyone who think maybe a little too short once they've set foot on the ride already. You don't need to put a clear out. You're not clearing any trains, and that's basically it for exit host. So yeah. Alright, before we go into controls, time for the second set of housekeeping. First of all, rotations. It's a bump rotation. That means on the half hour, controls will announce groupers start rotation. So they're going to go through the gate to enable. Enable's going to go to load 1. Load 1 is going to cross over to unload 1. Unload 1 is going to go to unload 2. Also known as high clear.
Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front
and then
all items
high clear is going to go to controls. I just forgot to do high clear. Lovely. Controls is going to go down to entrance. You're going to spend an hour at entrance. For 30 minutes, one of the people is going to rotate to merge up to crowd, and rotate complete.
With your hands and legs inside the car at all times and your head against the
Second thing, unlocking rows. If
Secure
you
hats and glasses
got the
and
first 2
prepare for
rows,
takeoff.
you hold up a 1. Second 2 rows, you hold up a 2, and so on and so forth. Hold it up high in the sky. Controls will unlock it. And then hold up a fist. And they will relock it for you.
Welcome back.
So that's basically it for that info. When this train parks, let's go in and go over high clear.
And push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
Almost stinking forgot this one. So basically you're gonna check rows 6 and then 5
All items except for shoes must ride with
this
you.
way and then this way. And you're gonna come back here. Order of clear's a bit different. You're gonna look this way for a
pull your harness down as far as it will go.
low clear. Then you're gonna
During your ride,
throw your low clear to the left. They're gonna see it. We're on low 2 or enable. They're gonna put their low clear out. Then you're gonna step on your pad and put your high clear up, and then we're gonna clear the trains. Other than that, there's not really much to it. You take over exit duties in the event. We take over, or in the event we cut exit. We can actually disable the front 2 pads.
Welcome back. Please
And cut those positions as well. In which case, basically you check Batman the ride style at Great America. Basically check pairs front to back, 2 on your side, and then just put up your high clear side. Alright, so let's try it. Let's go out here.
It's time to take flight on
Gates are open,
Voyageur.
gates are open, gates are
Please
open.
step quickly and carefully into the seats
Alright, gates
directly
closed. Let's go through
in front of you.
here.
All items
Let's
except
go.
for shoes must ride with you.
1, 2,
Shoes can be
3,
placed in the
4.
silver shoe bins.
Spin around here.
Once seated, pull your
1,
harness down as
2,
far as it will go.
3,
And
4.
fasten your safety belt.
Go ahead
During
and
your
push
ride,
pull
please
each
remain
of
seated
these gates.
with your
Make sure
hands
they're
and legs
locked.
inside the car at all times and your
For a
head
low
against
clear.
the headrest. Secure hats and glasses.
Put out your low
and
clear.
prepare for takeoff.
Step on it, put up high clear. There you go. Just like that. Let's get a couple more reps in.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
Alright, gates open. Let's go over here by row
It's
6.
time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you. All items except for shoes must ride
Gates
with
closed, restraints locked.
Shoes can be placed
1,
in the silver shoe
2,
bins.
3, 4.
Once seated, pull your harness down as far as it will go and fasten your
1,
safety belt.
2,
During
3,
your ride, please
4.
remain seated with your
Go
hands
back
and
here,
legs inside
check
the
the
car
gates.
at all times and your head against the headrest. Secure hats and
Low
glasses
clear.
and prepare for takeoff.
High clear. There you go. Let's do one more.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
Alright, gates open. Restraints unlocked.
It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats.
Alright, gates
directly
closed and restraints locked.
All items
Alright,
except
1,
for shoes must
2,
ride with you.
3, 4.
Shoes can be placed in the silver shoe bins. Once seated,
1,
pull your
2,
harness down
3,
as far as
4.
it will go, and fasten your safety
Check the
belt.
gates.
During your ride, please remain seated with your hands and legs inside the car at all times and your head against the headrest.
Low
Secure
clear
hats and glasses
and high
prepare for
clear.
takeoff. Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt.
Alright, you ready for controls? Let's go to controls.
Your feet. Please pull down and push up.
We also
on
got
your
one of the
harness and
entrances.
exit to your right.
And crowds.
Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
We cut crowd, we're doing platform rotations.
It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you. All items except for shoes must ride with you. Shoes
Welcome
can be placed in the
to
silver shoe
Controls.
bins. Once seated, pull your
This is
harness
our
down as
panel.
far as it
It's
will
a
go,
beautiful
and
content
fasten your
panel.
safety belt. During
Did you
your
really
ride,
expect
please
anything
remain
else from a ride like this?
with
Alright,
your
let's
hands
go.
and legs inside the car at all times.
Your panel
and
enable.
against
That
the headrest.
turns on the panel power.
Secure
Your operation mode.
glasses and
Auto.
prepare for takeoff.
Basically is a normal operating mode. Manual means you jog trains. Manual, that's for maintenance mostly. And transfer means you transfer trains. You're going to have to send 2 people down. One to transfer, one to confirm. Just to push that little confirm button. In the back. Maintenance bypass. Basically throws the ride into maintenance mode. Gate control auto manual. You put the gates in the manual if you need to load an LG, load alternate axis. That reminds me, LGs. They can't fit in a regular seat. They go out here and put in timeout for a little bit. Dispatch the train and load them in like in alternate axis. The next train, which rows 2%, and where they are seated.
Into the seats directly in front All items except for shoes must ride with you.
Come up, come down is really for morning stuff. The ride is in manual mode anyway. For morning checks. Acknowledge. Basically, it's the button you clear when you have when the ride throws an error. Basically acknowledging that you've seen the error, and then onward from there. You've got 2 big, beautiful mushrooms right here. Don't break them. HMI enable human machine interface. Basically allows you to use the touch screen. Your restraints button is your restraints button. Does whatever a restraints button does. Normally it's supposed to be orange, but we replaced with the red one for it. It's a short orange one, so we'll fix that in a minute. You got your E-stop up right. It does exactly what you think. It cuts the power of the ride. Your E-stop lockout.
It's time to take flight on Voyageur.
Basically, if you need to go into the low zone, such as if you're doing locks in the morning or at night, or basically anything that requires you to cut the power to the ride and keep it out until you're back. So basically, if it's just you and one more, you take your lock and your tag, you put them on, you lock them, you take your key with you. When you come back from whatever you were doing, you unlock, take the lock up, off, and then we can switch the ride on. In the event we need to evac, we're going to do we're going to do a lockout party. If we do a lockout party, we're going to need to use a lockout box. So what that is a big old box. Look it up. You can probably find one on Amazon for a couple $100. You got the main lockout key, the main lock. You're going to put the main lock on the E-stop lockout. You're going to lock that, take the key, put it in the lockout box. Close the lockout box, and you're going to see there's a whole bunch of holes. You're going to put each of your personal locks onto one of those holes. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly. Actually, that button is orange. It's just weird lighting. Anyway, you're gonna put each of your personal locks into one of those holes. That way, you can't access the main lock until everyone's back. Your E-stop reset. Resets the E-stop. You got your ride start and ride stop. Ride start starts the ride, and then the ride stop basically stops everything where it is without cutting part of the ride, unlike E-stop. You got a lift stop, or stops the lift only, and you got your lift start. The lift start requires 2 people. It requires another person to go to the base of the lift. Press their button simultaneously. They will call you on the phone, and then you're gonna say ready, 3, 2, 1. Then you're gonna hold the button down for like 8 seconds. Should be 8 seconds. And you hear a little alarm. You're gonna restart again. If you're doing it in the morning, you're gonna say, please stand clear of the Voyageur track area. Trains will be moving immediately. Once again, please stand clear of the Voyageur track area. Trains will be moving. So now that you know what all of that does, let's talk about unlocking. So, press the restraint button again, it's going to unlock the whole train. If you need to unlock individual rows, so what you're going to do is you're going to tap, you're going to hold down HMI enable. While you're doing that, you're going to tap one of these 4 lovely squares here. And then you're going to press the restraint button. It's going to light up yellow. And then you're going to press it again to lock. When you unlock anything, you need to say up bar. When you lock anything, you need to say down bar. So unlock up bar. And then relock down bar. Up bar, down bar, up bar, down bar. You get it.
Welcome back. Please unfasten
Now, of course, announce the rows you're unlocking or locking. Someone needs 7-8 unlocked, you're going to say up bar, 7-8. And then when they lock it in, you're going to say 7-8 down bar. As long as you say up bar or down bar and the numbers, don't care what the order is, it's fine.
It's time to take flight on Voyageur.
Gates are going to be open automatically. And then once enable close the gates, you're going to hit the restraints button and say down bar. And then everyone's going to check. Everyone's going to be putting up their clears. You're going to be looking around. And then you're going to look for the high clear. And then you're going to say all clear into this lovely microphone right here. And you're going to hold these lovely mushrooms the entire time the train is moving. And you're going to let go when the restraints pop open again. Not a moment before. Otherwise, you might break the ride. Like, big break. Like, Combs committing seppuku. Like, big break. So, make sure you're holding the button down the whole time. Let's step into the seat. When the train parks. Got some spare height sticks over here. Fire extinguisher. Whatever goes on, what goes on during the landing controls. This is your water. You're going to fill it over at Gearbox Grill. You're going to get ice from there, too. You ready?
It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you. All items except for shoes must ride with you.
Right.
Shoes can be placed in the silver shoe bins. Once seated, pull your harness down as far as it will go, and fasten your safety belt. During your ride, please remain seated, with your hands and legs inside the car at all times, and your head against the headrest.
Now you just hold them down the entire time.
Prepare for takeoff.
If you were operating one train or operating 2 trains going really fast and there's not a train like back there, you can release the button as soon as the back car passes the first set of tires. But you need to press the buttons again once the front car has reached this set of tires. Or else it's going to start slowing down and then stopping on the brake run. People are going to be wondering, hey, what's going on? Why aren't we going in? I don't know, because Doofus up here isn't pressing his buttons. So, hold till last car gets to about here, and then pull down again once car gets to about here. Of course, there's a train that's right there. You got to hold down. All clear? Alright, one more rep. One more cycle.
Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards. It's time to take flight on Voyageur. Please step quickly and carefully into the seats directly in front of you. All items except for shoes must ride with you. Shoes can be placed in the silver shoe bins.
Up bar, 7-8.
Once seated, pull your harness down as
7-8
far as
down
you
bar.
can and fasten your safety belt. During your ride, please remain seated with your hands and legs inside the car at all
All clear.
times and your head against the headrest. Secure hats and glasses and prepare for takeoff. Welcome back. Please unfasten your safety belt. When the train stops and the floor reaches your feet, please pull down and push up on your harness and exit to your right. Enjoy the rest of your day at Chicago Thrill Yards.
Awesome! Congratulations! You just,
Time to take flight on Voyageur.
are in control. So, let's go downstairs.
Seats directly in front of you.
Let's, say some final thoughts and be on our way. So,
Shoes can be
this
placed in
is
the
a
silver shoe
wonderful,
bins.
fast-paced ride to work.
Once seated,
It
pull your
is
harness
definitely
down as far as it
a
will go,
ride that
and
requires
fasten
you
your
to be
safety
vigilant
belt.
at all times
During your ride, please remain
and
seated
keep your
with
butt
hands and legs
moving.
inside the car at all times
As
and your
fast as you
head
can.
against the headrest. Secure hats and glasses and prepare
Once you
for
get that
takeoff.
down, you should be good to go. Of course, don't be reckless. Still check to make sure that you're checking restraints properly. Other than that, I would say just have fun, you know? It's a really neat, fast-paced ride, so definitely take advantage of the fast pacing. The ride's record-breaking status is keeping its popularity going at the moment, along with the semi-extensive theming that this ride involves. If you're lucky during the day, and there's we're good on staff, we're good on breaks. Leadership may just let you test ride during the day if you didn't get to in the morning. That's nice. So, thanks for joining us here at Voyageur Ride Operator Instruction. And, well, we hope you guys make some fantastic Voyageur Ride Operators. Until next time, guys, see you later.